Campbells comments, catching up now with Jordy Chibnall. Firstly, welcome, Jords.
Hello, how are you?
We've done a couple of these, you and I, or one of these anyway. You drove your first winner at Kilmore through the COVID lockdown, and I was able to catch up with you through one of these messages.
Yep.
That was what, about 6 months ago, you said?
Yeah, about 6 months.
You're a young lady trying to make your way in harness racing, and you're working for Lisa Miles at the time, and Lisa was giving you a good go, plus your family background. But your family is actually a thoroughbred, more thoroughbred sport, horse people.
Yeah, Dad trains. He has about 12 in work at Kilmore. He does a good job, and Lisa was really good to me, and I appreciate everything that she did for me and what she still does. She still rings me nearly every day. Yeah, she's like a second mum to me, that's for sure.
But you decided you would make the move to Tassie, across to, is it Ben Yoles? Is the main trainer?
Yeah, I work for Ben Yoles here in Tasmania, and he's really good for me. The reason I moved here was for the driving opportunities and, of course, more experience, which was a good move.
You were reluctant to move, but I know, talking to Mitch, the whole family, because you're a pretty close family, aren't you?
Yeah, we're really close, and it was a hard move, and I do get homesick, but it's what's good for my career, so it was a move that had to be made.
Ben Yoles and that, they train a lot of horses. They have a lot of races where they're just the Yoles in the field, but that's their model. But the other part of their model is they have a lot of junior drivers and they have a lot of young people work for them, but they honour them by giving them drives, don't they?
Yeah, Ben does a big job with that. He'd be the only, I'll say, the only big stable that gives juniors a real go, and he takes juniors on and he builds them through the ranks, and then they decide whether they want to go out on their own or whether they go back to Victoria or wherever they're from. Or even like Troy McDonald, he's still here. He's been here since he was a junior, and he's the leading driver in Tasmania now, so he does a good job, and he's very good for junior drivers, and I'd recommend him to anyone. Like, it's the best move I've made, that's for sure.
So you have enjoyed it. You said you get a bit of homesick, but you have enjoyed the move.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. I've made a lot of new friends, and it's a lot different lifestyle over here, and I've adapted to it. It took me a while to adapt to the type of racing because it's a lot different from home, but now that I have, it's good, and I really love it here.
You said to me there before, you've been there for 6 months, I think, roughly, or no, 3 months?
Yeah, about 3 months. I went home for a month. I got really sick and had pneumonia, so I had to have a month off, so I went home, but now I'm back and as good as ever.
You, up until this weekend, you'd only driven the 2 winners. Were you, I suppose, second guessing yourself?
3 winners, yeah.
3 winners.
3 winners.
But 2 in Tassie. But were you sort of second guessing yourself over there for a while and thinking, was this the right move?
Yeah, I was the first month or so. It took me a while to adapt to the way that they race here. It's a lot different to home, but when it clicked, it's clicked quite fast, and I've had in the 3 months, I've had over 70 drives for Ben. I just keep going around, and the more you go around, the more you learn, and the more of a better driver you become.
Do they help you? Like, do they give you advice on perhaps you should have done this or you should have done that?
Ben's really good with that. So is Tim. Everyone there, Troy, everyone that works there, Gareth Rattray, they all just help you. They all tell you something that you probably should have done or what you should work on, and they're all really good like that. They're all there to help you. That's the way that they run the show.
I think that's pretty key. I think it's one of the things that people need to highlight about a lot of these stables, that they don't just put you on as a number and make you work horses. I think guidance, because that's the one thing you've gone over there. You haven't gone over there to live in Tassie for the rest of your life. And that's not why you went over there. You might end up doing that, but that's not why you went over there. So it's pretty cool that they actually guide you along in a way as well.
Yeah, I've learned a lot off Ben already. He's such a great mentor, the way that he tells us, helps us with our driving and just little things, even life lessons. He's there for us, and especially Tim. I live with Tim, and he's taken me in. He calls me his little runner around because it's like a big part of my life here in Tassie. As I said, I live with him and he's like a brother to me. So they are really good the way that they help us and they really want us to be the best that we can be.
Which is cool. They from time to time bring a team of horses over here and stay for a period of time. Is that on the radar again for them? Have they said anything about that?
They were looking at it, but I'm not sure what they're going to do, whether they are or not, because we're down to one meeting a month now. So
one meeting a month.
One meeting a week a month for a month.
Oh, I was thinking that's going to be hard work. Okay, so yeah, that's why they come to Victoria because there's not enough meetings for them.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's the way that they're going to go this year. Just all depends on the type of programming.
Yep, very good. Okay, Friday night. How was the confidence level?
I had okay drives. I didn't expect to get 3 winners. But I thought the last horse, Miles Smith Romeo, I've driven him a lot of times and he was probably my best. But the confidence weren't sky high, that's for sure. I had a winner on the Sunday before, so I was feeling okay, but nothing special.
So you've driven 5 winners in 8 days.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so you drove your first winner, then you got your double. How can you describe to people once you cross the line on your second one how that felt?
It was pretty cool. The horse that I drove, Aussie Major, I'd driven him once or twice, and he sort of just wonders, like he thinks about it a little bit, but he was on his game on Friday night, and I could feel it in the warm-up. He was trying to kick me out of the cart the whole time, and he had his head in the game, and he was ready to go. And when he galloped away, I was a bit concerned, but when he got into his gate, he really travelled really strong through the race. And yeah, at the top of the straight, I knew he was the winner, but after the line, it was pretty cool feeling, that's for sure.
So then what happened after the treble? Could you describe, were you pinching yourself a little bit with that one? Because people may find this funny because you're not showing a lot here, but you are a fairly emotional girl, especially when things happen. Did you let your emotions go a little bit once you drove a treble?
No, not really. It didn't really hit me until the way home, until I had to shout Maccas, but
that'd be a dear shout too, wouldn't it?
Oh, it was only 5 of us in the car, so that was alright, but no, it didn't really hit me, but no, it was a cool feeling, very cool.
It was, and then to come out and get another winner yesterday, caps off for a good weekend, and probably justifies the move for going over to Tassie to get some experience and get a bit of a start going. You must be, like now, you must be rapt that you've made that decision.
Yeah, especially now because when I went home for a month when I was sick, I did question coming back and was it really worth it, but these last 2 weeks have made me really click on and say, well, it is worth it me being here because now I'm getting the rewards, and it was the right move, I believe.
How long are you going to stay there for, Jordy? Have you put a time on it? Like, have you and the Yoles boys put a timeline on it, or are you just going to see what happens?
Yeah, just going to see what happens, play it by ear, and I haven't really put a timeline. It's just what I feel, and maybe one day I'll go home or I might just stay here. I don't know yet.
You better not say you'll stay there, because if Mum's watching this, she'll be tearing up if she hears that you're not going to come home. That's for sure. So.
Just kicking me out the door to come back.
The cool thing, one thing I do like with the Yoles boys, you drive in your driver's colours. So they're your colours.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool for you for getting your branding out there, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, unless the horse has an owner's colours that it wears the driver's colours, which it can make it hard for us to do our form because the colours are changing every week, but it's good that our own colours are out and running around in 10 times a week, that's for sure.
And you recently announced a sponsor. You've got a sponsor that's come on board for you as well?
Yeah, I'm sponsored by Southern Cross Feeds. Heath O'Connors, he does a great job, and he really looks after me. I've got new pants and jackets and stuff, so he's really great. And their feed is amazing. Mum and Dad feed it, and their horses look $1,000,000 every time that they go around. So yeah, they've been really good to us.
That is key. You must say to Heath, you need a hat because
Yeah.
that mop on top of your head that needed a hat on for a start. But no, it's a good way of it's a simple way of putting a bit of the sponsorship out. But well done to Southern Cross Feeds to getting behind you too. That's key, and getting behind Mum and Dad as well. So that is actually really, really good. Just quickly, Mum and Dad's horses, like a lot of people may or may not follow the thoroughbreds, but they have a strong liking to the Storm, the Melbourne Storm, because you're a very passionate Melbourne Storm family, aren't you?
They are, yeah. I'm not really anymore. But yeah, Dad loves it, and my brother is crazy about it. So
yep.
Him seeing the horse's name, Storm's colours.
Yep, and they're racing the colours of the Melbourne Storm as well.
Yep, that's it.
Jordy, thank you very much for joining me. Well done. Driving your first treble, and then another one yesterday. We'll keep a bit of an eye on it, but I think you've done a pretty brave thing because, as I said, I know you're a tight-knit family, so to be able to go to a different state that you can't just jump in a car and drive back over to see Mum and Dad is a brave move, and I think well done to you and well done to the Yoles for taking you under their wing. Timmy, I done a few interviews with him back here last year. I think it was, or you might have been 2 years ago now. Time does fly, but
2 years I think they haven't been on before.
Yeah, I might even catch up with the boys one day and we'll do a bit of a link up. But well done to you. Keep driving winners. I won't be interviewing you every time you drive a couple of winners, but I just thought I'd highlight it and get it out there. So well done, Jordy. Thank you very much for your time, Doc.
Thank you, Paul.